All right, good morning, two-stroke turbo channel fans. Welcome back. What are we going to do today? We're taking a look at one of our personal microcars. This thing has been, it's been kind of a burr in my bonnet, bee in my bonnet. It's been giving me some grief. It's just the way it goes when you have strange old cars that have been modified and not in the best way, just what somebody's idea is of thinking it's the best way. It doesn't always pan out. So as you recall, last week I went through the painful example of replacing the wheel bearing on the right side, passenger side, for the second time. And I was driving home, first real road test other than just around the parking lot of the shop. Got about a mile away and I heard that terrible screech pop noise of a wheel bearing going bad. And I was like, oh man, I just went through all that work to put that new hub in, the new wheel bearings. If you recall, I pulled out, let's see if I can get a light on here. There we go. Turn this one off. Okay. So we replaced the three bearings. There's two bearings that are together here and one on the outside. There's a spacer in the middle. And what happens, or what did happen, is this bearing right here spit out. In other words, it just shattered and all the balls came out, and you can see on the stub axle there, where is it? Right there, I think. It actually cut into the stub axle. So I had the stub axle Magnaflux to make sure it wasn't cracked, had the housing Magnaflux, make sure it wasn't cracked, because I went through some big trauma. Now, since I put this back together, this wheel has actually been spinning real nice and smooth. And I was like, oh no, did I forget to tighten up the axle nuts? What did I do? So I got it up on here in the lift. It's been a couple days. Couldn't find anything wrong. I was going to put it in gear. And I thought, why don't I spin the other side? That's this side here. I'm laying on my back here, sorry, everyone. And if you look close, oh, hear that pop? This bearing has come apart exactly like the other side did. It makes that terrible ratcheting noise, and this wheel doesn't spin very easily. It's very not symmetrical. Like it spins a little bit and then it binds up and then it spins. It's just not right. So this side has gone bad. How am I gonna fix this stuff? So I'm gonna take this side apart and do the same thing that I did to the other side, and hopefully it holds. I don't understand why this is happening, but it is what it is. So I'll show you. What happens is that inner bearing completely shatters. Like it just breaks apart. There's some stress that I'm not accounting for on this thing. That's what that bearing looked like when I pulled it apart. This is the second bearing, and if you look, you can see that the rubber part is melted and it's just seized. I can't turn, it doesn't spin. And this one is the outer one and it spins just fine. Bearings aren't expensive, but this is getting to be expensive and it's wearing on me taking this thing apart and fixing it every so many miles. I got to fix this thing right. So I'm going to pull the other side apart today and press it apart and figure out how to fix this. This is being a very, very problematic car, as things are. It all started about a year ago when there was a bearing noise, just a howl, nothing coming apart, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to fix it and just replace what was there. I did not anticipate this being an everlasting, ongoing problem.